Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Virtually Redundant podcast. I'm joined here by the Con Man. How you doing, Connor?
Please stop with that nickname, please.
Yeah, we still don't have Darren this week, but he'll come back. Baby, come back. What you don't know? No, yeah. So remember when we went on the holiday? We went on actually. We mentioned it there last week about going on the Bowen. We went to see Darren. He lives in a different country, and while we were over there, myself and Connor went to town. We painted the town red. Ho ho ho! They did not see us
Oh
coming, did they?
yeah, we went wild altogether. Yeah, totally wild.
Yep, we went to a comedy club, and then we went to a Eddie Rockets type diner. So yeah, pretty
Yeah,
wild.
yeah, pretty wild. Yeah, we're sat near the front row. We're getting ready to be heckled, and yeah, they didn't pick us to be heckled. We clearly weren't interesting enough.
I keep using that word heckled. I think it's the audience heckles the comedian, not the comedian heckles the.
Ah, no, yeah, they were looking for people to pick out. They just didn't pick us. We weren't interested. They preferred that one Welsh person in the room. So.
Yeah, it's a heckler. The heckler is the person who's interrupting the public speaker, not the we like.
Oh, fine. Okay, yeah, whatever.
Keep there's that word again. I don't
Fine.
think you know what it.
Shut
I
up.
don't
I'm
think it
gonna
means
heckle
what you
you.
think it means. Yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah, no. So yeah, that was a fun, wild time. Yeah, unfortunately, I got a sinus infection, so I was dying on the way
Is,
home.
is this the new Sleep Diaries? Is it?
Yeah, I know. No, well, not just I got sinus infection. It was horrible on the way home. Yeah. So yeah, that's that's our wild time over visiting Darren. We thought we went over. We didn't think we'd find him. He's up at there's a farm up north. He's very happy running around with the dogs that that you've
Yeah.
all lost over the years. That went uptown. Darren's with them too. So yeah.
That, that's given this sinister undertones. But I suppose with that, would you like to introduce us to some actual content today, maybe?
Yes. So this content today we're going to talk about. Drumroll, please. We're talking about live services. So
Oh, great.
when I say live services, what do you think, Connor? What goes through your head?
Credit cards.
The loot boxes, season passes, yeah, that
Yeah.
kind of stuff, yeah. But like, what annoys me, right, is like it's just a content delivery model that these games use, right? Regardless of like if it's monetary or not. But when a game announces it, saying, "Oh, we're releasing a new game," and all the announcers like they're working on a new game and it's a live service, it's kind of like why? Why is that now a thing that has to be defined when you're announcing a game? Like I think it's the developers of Days Gone or something like that releasing a new game, and literally all they said was we're making a new AAA game, AAA game. That's a live service, and it's kind of like,
Yeah, but here's the thing, right? So when they announce a live service, they're not announcing that for the consumer benefit. They're announcing that for their investors.
hmm.
Companies like BlackRock or whoever might be investing in them. It's to make them feel better. So when they go live service, they go, oh, it's not a one and done. It's a revenue model. That makes me so much happier with my investment. It's
Yeah,
it's not for gamers when they say that.
it's like the old World of Warcraft. Like as soon as that came out, like so many game developers wanted that subscription fee. Ooh, baby. And funny enough, recently I looked up read about the subscription thing. And did you know, Connor, there's still 7 million subscribers for World of Warcraft?
Yeah, I didn't know it was that many. I knew it still had a considerable following. Like it definitely wasn't dead. I didn't realize it was that high.
Yeah, it's still
Uh,
still severely, very, very high. People still apparently like to play it, I guess. But no, moving back to live service. So, like for example, just to give some of our listeners, like a game that can do live service well would be something like League of Legends. So there's always a season, there's always new heroes, there's new skins and stuff that you can pay for, but you don't have to pay for it. Nothing's blocked off from the user in terms of content. Obviously cosmetics is, but there's still kind of a returnability. You have to log in every day because you can unlock this hero or you can get this thing, that kind of stuff. Blue and CD6, that's a good model as well. Log in every day, you can unlock something. You can, there's always new modes, new features. You want to play the new season, that's time limited as well. Time limited is a key thing of live service, because you want to log in and get the exclusive content for the period that you do. But yeah, so like they're good games that can do it. But obviously there's games that purely do it for the like, you know, the not the greatest means. For example, I've heard recently about the Suicide Squad game,
Oh yeah.
and that seems like a very, like, from what I've read, again, it's like end game is like this live service model, and it's repetitive, like play it a lot of times, and the game's not fully fleshed out, so it's kind of gives them the excuse to kind of go, oh, we're releasing, like, this isn't the full game. The full game is
Well,
technically never released.
yeah, I think the perplexing thing about that one is, they've already had a template of like that exact template not working when Crystal Dynamics made the Marvel Avengers one, where they're like, oh, we'll release this, and then we'll not release the last bit of the story because it's a story-driven adventure fundamentally.
Hmm.
Like, oh, we won't release this bit at the end and this bit and this bit, and it's like, you already had a template of failure for that where it clearly didn't work, and you decided to go ahead with your plan anyway.
Yeah.
And go, oh yeah, we're not going to finish out the story, and we're going to clearly infer that's going to be in the next content drop. And it's like,
Yeah, I agree.
An example I can think of where something like, because I don't want to just outright say story-based live service doesn't work, because that would be untrue, because Warframe exists. Warframe is story-based for anyone who doesn't even realize. And they've periodically developed their story and dropped bits over years and redone bits. And that works well, but everything is kind of consistent with the universe. There's a growth, an organic growth to the story. And I think it's very noticeable when you've hacked something to bits to try and breadcrumb it over time versus something that's organically grown, if that makes sense.
Yeah, Warframe is a good example of a live service game. So is Fall Guys. Like, that's, there's always seasons. You unlock, like, each season you can level up your thing to unlock more cosmetics. You can obviously buy cosmetics, but again, nothing's actually being blocked out. Fortnite is another example, stuff like that. But definitely, it's the cash thing. It's the whole kind of, molding, like making a game and then just interjecting live service. Like, I don't mind if the game from the ground up is built with live service in mind, and it's a good game and that doesn't block users and content and stuff like that. But what I don't want is a game that's just was made and then just shoehorned in, so it's kind of like, oh, play the end, play this mission 95 times because that's the end game, and it's like, oh, we'll release more updates, but it's not even a full game. It's not even you wouldn't pay €70 for it, like, but it gives them the excuse of not releasing the full game.
Yeah, and look, people will know when they feel ripped off. Like, for example, recent phenomenal success is Helldivers 2. That's actually a live service game. Because again, going back, live service is a business model. And like any business model, someone can read a book on live service and go, I'm going to implement this and do a great job. Someone can also read it and implement it and do an absolutely horrific job. It all comes down to the implementation. And does someone feel like so someone over time organically feels, I'm not being pressured to spend money. I don't have to, it feels like a genuine enhancement to my experience versus being gatekeeped from the experience. And I think that's the key difference. If it feels like you're just paying for an enhancement, or like you said, a new skin, or I think you're probably find people are more organically going to buy into that model than a model that feels like it's gatekeeping people out of content, gatekeeping, because you feel ripped off, especially when you're charging money up front as well, and it's not a free to play, and you're charging a free to play business model.
So what you're saying is we need more of these mobile games where for every click you...
100%, yeah. And the trailer doesn't match the game itself and all this, and then loads of personality or YouTubers are like saying, play this game that I will never play myself, but the script has told me not to say that. Or
yeah. If you're Raid Shadow Legends and want to sponsor our podcast, please email us at virtuallyredundant@gmail.com.
No, we're never going to be sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. I just want to put that out there. We're never taking on a sponsorship from Raid Shadow Legends.
They'll never
Raid Shadow Legends.
They'll never sponsor us. I think we're giving them enough free publicity here. We're just constantly talking about it.
Don't play that game. It's horrible. There we go.
Okay, yeah, no, that was good. That was good. Quick, nice. Our new format, our brand new spanking format of Virtually Redundant. Short, sweet, on the point. So, Connor, any plans for the week going forward? Are you doing anything nice? Going anywhere nice?
I wouldn't say going anywhere nice. We just had a bank holiday not too long ago. We have to wait a little bit for the next one. So, next month there's going to be a Gamer Fest on in Ireland. So I think I'll pop in, check that out. But in the coming weeks.
In a few years, we might be on there too. Ain't that right, Connor? Ain't that right?
Yeah, but we have to drip feed content. You see, we have to gate it.
We have
to be revealed.
Live service, the video game.
Yeah, I think someone's already done that.
Yeah, most likely, unfortunately. No, cool. Okay, thanks for listening, everyone. If you want to email us again, the email is virtuallyredundant@gmail.com. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.